Since I'm all glowy today, I don't think I've ever come to the camera and say how fitness and how vet school relates for me. And it's very, very, very important in my story because the way I was dealing with stress was so detrimental and would have not allowed me to sustain myself in vet school if I had retained those habits. And so when I was applying, I want to say the second or third time God has spoke to me was like, I'm not going to let you in if you haven't gotten this down. And he said, this is what you're going to do when you're stressed. Stress is going to be so much more in vet school. And I can't have you doing that to yourself. Look at you. And I took a look at myself and was like, man, I'm sick. I can't get up. I can't even breathe. It was a horrible time. And he was like, I need you to get this part down. Not perfect, but just enough where I can trust you to not just go crazy when you're stressed in a situation that I want to put you in. And so initially I was like, okay, this is what I have to do. If there's even a chance of me getting into vet school, this is where he wants me to start. So I did that, and I lost probably like maybe 20, 30 pounds, and I was like, am I in yet? And he was like, no. And I was like, brother, ooh. But you know what? I was still learning, I was still refining, I was still figuring out like what do I really need in the season? And it was the idea that I belonged in vet school. And I belonged to take care of myself. The whole point almost in that part was everything shouldn't weigh on this one thing, this one person, this one school, this one event, this one person's yes, this one person's no. And you're putting your health at risk for the sake of a decision. Like, you are more worthy than whatever you think is above you. You are made in the image of God. I need you to treat yourself like that. I need you to see yourself like that. But for me personally, that started with what I was putting in my body, what I was consuming on YouTube, what I was consuming on Instagram. I had to unfollow and follow again, and it was a process. But it started with food. It started with, hey babe, when I said like get this part right, I mean, what are you taking in? And it changed everything. The way I walked, the way I held myself. I have some girlies at Virginia Tech that I love dearly, Jalea and Jasmine, where they saw me at one of the like points in my life where I was just, you could tell what I had consumed, and I'm not talking physically. You can tell like mentally where I was at. I was like degrading. Sorry, I was degrading myself. I was just bleeding. I hate to say that word, but I was like bleeding. My insecurities everywhere. I was desperate, and I didn't feel like I deserved it at the time. And then the following year or so, I got to see them again. And I didn't even realize like the dynamic change I made, because these people had only saw me one time. So the second time they saw me, they came and they had told me, after the end of us hanging out, they were like, man, I can see the difference in your mental. I could see the change, and you need to get in. You have to get in. And I didn't get into Virginia Tech at all. Didn't get into Virginia Tech to ski. All these things that I really wanted to be at. But I got at Western, and it was the idea that I consumed different things from the year that they had saw me. I had started consuming self-help, reading the books, like letting go of just junk overall. I got a little more focused. Like, I was always focused, but I just was more focused on what I was consuming, and it changed everything. It is actively changing everything. To the point where today I had to get up and was like, you need to get it together. So it's a forever process or continuing process, but that's my journey. That is my journey when it comes to fitness and vet school. Very simplified, but a little piece of it. And one year I just was like, this last year I was like, if I don't get in, what I'm not going to do is get and to not get into vet school, get empty-handed. So I became certified as a NASM certified trainer, and that's under my belt too. So it's like, just keep doing the work. I think a big goal you have to look at: what are you consuming while you wait? What are you consuming while you wait? Like, what are your thoughts telling you? What are your actions showing? And you'll be surprised how much you've let in for how long. And like that process to getting back to a better version of you, your better version, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be tough, but we gotta start somewhere. So if you think you might be consuming the wrong things, physically, emotionally, mentally, there's a good chance that you are, and you're not alone. I still actively have to adjust myself and say, hey babe, this is not where you're supposed to be. Mentally, this is not where you're supposed to be. And it's hard. It's hard. I'm actively learning and experiencing. It's hard when your outside does not reflect what you're trying to tell your new inside. It makes so much sense that you have all these negative mantras or affirmations that you don't even, you're subconsciously like doing it. You've been practicing it and hadn't even realized you were doing it. We're not asking for perfection. We're just asking for something steady. Realize what you're consuming and just give yourself some new steady habits. I said in my other video, what I like to say is, one mantra is, I trust your yes, I trust your no, and I trust your not yet. My entire life will not be like this. I refuse to quit. That is every morning. My entire life will not be like this. I refuse to quit. But thank you, God, for the season you have me in. One I got from Pastor Furtick was, broke is not who I am in any aspect. Just start consuming new things. This is a video with like Steve Harvey and I forgot who else is up there. It was like maybe 10-11 hours of the same thing, but when you're fighting for a new version of yourself, sometimes it is that serious. Not that I listen 11 straight hours, but just repeatedly hearing something new, believing the new, waking up in the new. He was like, don't doubt yourself. If I can find it, I'll add it, or like repost it or something. But it was just perfect. Like, he said the way to build self-confidence is to do what you said you were going to do. That's how you build confidence within yourself. And man, like, I have so many videos that I had watched that got me in this space, and I'm still watching videos. It's gonna be a practice, but you're so capable. If you're here, if this video got to you, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Day at a time. The time is gonna pass anyway. Invest in yourself differently. You see what thinking the way you've been thinking has gotten you, and if you're not happy, if you're not happy with that, then you might as well try something else. You're already unhappy. You're already uncomfortable with your comfort or with your habits. You deserve to try something else. You deserve to give yourself a chance. Like, why? Why not, So, yeah. Like, why not? Dr. Jones, she would always be like, why not you? And have people around you who are also, enforcing new aspects for the new you. And you don't have to ask people you don't necessarily trust or you're confused about. If you're confused if somebody is for you, that's not the person I'm talking about. But I had a Dr. Jones where people would come into the appointment rooms, and she immediately was like, hi, I'm Dr. Jones. Hi, I'm Dr. Jones, and this is Shipria Witcher. She is a doctor. She's going to vet school. I kid you not. Every exam, I was like, stop telling these strangers I'm going to vet school, please. And then she was like, why? Why not? Why not you? And she had just met me about a year or so ago. Maybe a lot longer, but her perspective on me was so much different than my perspective on me, because I had like 20 something school is telling me no, and she just come in here like, why not you? I'm like, ask them. But she would do it every appointment, and I'd say, yeah, why not me? Why not me? Like, I'm practicing these things in my head at home by myself, but practicing it in real time, accepting it in real time, man, it changed the game for me to a point where I had got a vision that I was going to be on a beach. I saw myself on sand, and I had told the girlies there who worked there, Jasmine and Sin, like, I see myself on the beach. I'm not going to be here. Whether I get into school or not, I'm not staying here long. And California, what? I've never applied to this school. This is change what you're saying to yourself. Believe it, work in it, and then apply it in real time. And surround yourself around people who believe in you as much as you believe in other people. I'm sure you're one of those people like me. Believe in yourself. Have that same energy for yourself, beautiful. Please. But yeah, Dr. Jones, why not you? And so I was like, hey, I'm Shabria Witcher. Nice to meet you. I'm your vet assistant today. In the confidence that builds day after day after day, and being okay with making mistakes. You don't need to be perfect. Another video. But day after day, with her saying that on the phone, with her saying that, I had a Dr. Stark who was just, this girl is a lot better than a lot of people y'all letting in type energy. People who didn't play about me reminded me that I don't need to play about me either. Sometimes you just get beat down so hard. Like, don't beat yourself up even more so for not having the capacity, just strength to like cheer yourself on. Sometimes you get beat down really, really, really hard, one after the other, and that was where I was at. And God knew, like, I had released my idea of my timing, my plan, and what I thought would happen, when it would happen. And that was like the first step when he started putting people in my life that I didn't chase. I used to chase. I didn't chase. They just saw me. They saw me. They saw my work ethic. They saw my spirit. They saw who I was, and they said, let her in, let her in. And Tech was like, not by the hair of my chin. It's okay. But like, it's okay. Like, it's gonna work out. Not in our timing. Don't even try to stop with the plan, stop with the calendar, my love. Just do your part. God does what he wants when he wants. You'll feel so much better when you just stop. But yeah, let those people fight for you. Let those people tell you about yourself. Like I said, if you're like me, you probably tell people about themselves all the time. It's time to return it back to yourself. It's time to give it back to yourself. You are so capable of the life you want and you desire. Again, it's levels to this, and you're going to keep learning, you're going to keep growing, but in this level that you're in, you can do it. You're capable. You got it. Like, look at you. Why not you? See? And then you pass it forward. Why not you? Look at me passing it forward. You can do it. Look at you. You looking? All right. Bye, beautiful people. I'll see you guys next time.